Okay.
I can close this again. So first off, congratulations on publishing A Vision of Fire. I know a lot of people are very excited about it. How do you feel adding novel author to your very long resume?
It's pretty cool. I didn't think I'd be adding it in my 40s, so that in and of itself is slightly mind-blowing. But it's been a fantastic experience. I feel very blessed and very grateful to be working with Jeff. We have a good working relationship, and
Really nice guy.
yeah, he's a lovely guy.
I know you've been asked about the transition into this 100 times already. I was kind of wondering what's something you want to talk about the writing process that you haven't been asked already. What's something you want to share about it? Particularly difficult.
I think I realized something about it, and at least where I'm at right now, and which is why it has kind of worked for me in this format, is that in the same way that I work better on, sorry, hang on one second, is that in the I'll just wait till they calm down. In the same way that I think that I find it easier to step in and renovate houses when the structure of it already exists, and I can kind of go in and move things around and shift and knock down walls, and I feel the same way right now about this process for me, which is that at this point in my life it would be wouldn't be very interested in starting something from scratch, but having the structure of it already be there and be able to add and subtract works for me, and it feels, and that might always be the way that I need to do it. In a sense, the same thing with adapting a screenplay from a novel. The novel is already there, and it's and so I've enjoyed that aspect of it, but also I didn't realize that I would enjoy it sounds so crazy to say, but not just the degree of creativity in the process. I think maybe because in the screenplays that I've worked on, it's felt more like work, and I was surprised and delighted, I think, by how much the writing prose that's not for a speech and not for a foreword for a book, but creative prose is fun and enjoyable.
You spoke about Stella a little bit at your panel, and you really seem to kind of flawlessly fall into the Stella character. And I was wondering what in Stella do you see in yourself, or what parts of her do you want to take from yourself?
I think that she has enabled me to be more forthright about my feminist views, and also I think talking with Alan, the writer, about it, and because she is who she is, and she I think because she is so fully who she is, and there are aspects of her that are complicated, are not necessarily, one wouldn't necessarily describe them as being positive attributes, but all of the aspects of who she are make up an interesting person, human being, that it's, I guess, allowed me to forgive aspects of myself that I might have judged more previous to playing her. And I mean, I am a bit of an island myself, and have rightly been called cold before, and and so I guess I identify with those aspects of her. Yeah.
If we can go on to Hannibal,
Yeah.
You now are series regular, so we'll see a lot more of Dr. Bedelia. And a lot of fans are getting kind of a sense that there's kind of more darkness hidden in her, that we know that she might be more like Hannibal than we've yet to realize. What's it like playing the mysterious Dr. du Maurier?
Well, she is mysterious, and just as mysterious to me as she is to anybody else, I think. Not really having much of an understanding or knowledge of the trajectory of where it was going to go, it was important that I played her so that if you looked backwards, you could see any possibility of what her reactions might be in certain situations, and so there are still big question marks, obviously. And I know a little bit about, I mean, I've read the first episode in the new season. I know a little bit about where she's headed. But clearly, if I'm going to be in more episodes, I'm not going to die at the beginning.
Yeah, maybe she gets eaten later.
Maybe she gets eaten later.
I wanted to talk a little bit about Streetcar. You said that Blanche was one of your dream characters that you always wanted to play. And now that you played her and played her so well, what's kind of the next dream character for you?
I can't really think about next yet because I don't feel like I'm finished with Streetcar. Very interested in bringing it back in some capacity. And so until that happens, and also knowing myself and knowing that it'll be another 3 years or so before I do something else, I've got some time to think about it. But since working so intensely on a classic, it's made me start opening my mind to more of the other classics. And people have said, that I should play Hedda Gabler for a long time, which hasn't really been of interest to me, but might be on the cards at some point. And Lady Macbeth and Who's Afraid of Virginia Woolf and all that kind of stuff.
And I know you can't talk a lot about bringing Streetcar here, which hopefully will happen. But one of the things that stood out to me when I saw it was the accent. Had I not known, that's Gillian Anderson on screen, I would have had no idea it was you. It was a really astounding accent. And so I wanted to kind of wrap this up by giving people a little taste of that accent. I don't know if you're comfortable. I wanted you to see if you could.
Well, I could. I mean, Blanche kind of talks like this, and or does she? Maybe she doesn't. Maybe she talks like a line from the play.
Do you want to whip out a Dana Scully line in your Blanche Dubois accent?
Okay, go for it. What line? All for you. I do it all for you, Mulder. I haven't eaten since 6 o'clock this morning, and all that was half a cream cheese bagel, and it wasn't even real cream cheese. It was light cream cheese. I don't know whether that was Blanche or not. That was more of just like a random, bland Southern accent.
All right. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Congratulations on A Vision of Fire. We read it. We really liked it. If you want to do like a quick, I think there's a book behind you. Do you want to just tell X-Files fans why they should go out and grab a copy of A Vision of Fire?
You should go out and grab a copy of A Vision of Fire because it's good.